Welcome to Let's Make People Smile. Let's smile together, my lovelies.
Hello my lovelies, welcome to a new edition of Anime Talk, a series in which I talk about my first impressions of anime that I'm currently watching, whether it be old or new, good or bad. And today, we're gonna be taking a dive into an older series that I just randomly started watching for some reason, because I'm like, there's some shoujos that I've never seen before, and this one caught my eye because it looks like One Piece. I'm gonna bring out the elephant in the room. It looks exactly like One Piece. And it doesn't help that it was animated by Toei Animation. So we're gonna be talking about Lovely Complex. And trust me, my feelings about this series, they ain't that complex. See what I did there? So let me tell you my history when it comes about shoujo things, or basically anything romantic in general when it comes to media. I am very specific about how romance is written in media. I'm very critical of a lot of romantic stories. So for example, I don't like The Notebook at all. I think it's a terrible love story. But I think I love love stories like Shape of Water, which has been like my most favorite movie as of recently. I love it so much that I have the DVD for it. It's one of those non-anime series that I have on DVD because I just love it so much. Even the cover of it's so pretty. Get you a man who's a fish. Man. Any sort of romance, whether it be a straight couple, a gay couple, a lesbian couple, or any other type of couple that's out there, I've been very critical about how certain couples are handled in a romantic story. And when it comes to shoujo, I'm definitely way more critical about it, because some shoujos I'm like, really? But then some I'm like, oh, that was so cute. For an example, I despise series like Say I Love You and Peach Girl. And oh, the day I get to talk about Peach Girl, the world becomes a better place. But then there are series that I adore very much, like Kimi Toke and My Love Story. And then there's stuff that I'm kind of in the middle about, like today's subject, Lovely Complex. Now, the whole basic premise isn't that amazing or spectacular, but I'll bring up the whole synopsis of it since it's really easy to cover. So the whole premise is we have our main character, Risa, who has a problem of being a really tall girl who has a hard time getting with people who are taller or around like her same height. And then we have basically her little sort of comedy duo friend. His name is Otami, and he is literally a short king. He can't really find a girl that's around his height or even shorter than him. They both have a height complication sort of thing, and they're like, there's no way I would date someone who was tall as me or someone who's shorter as me. But lo and behold, feelings start developing, and maybe those sorts of ideals start to fade away. So the thing that really annoyed me about this whole series when it first started is that the whole height complications was really all their character was in the first place. Like, I know it's hard to be a tall queen, and I understand it's hard to be a short king, but that should not be your whole personality. And I get it, it's the whole high school setting that of course they're gonna have these sorts of issues because of, you know, trying to have self-esteem issues and stuff like that. I totally get that, but it's just like, you made this like your whole entire character, and when you don't talk about those sorts of issues, your whole character is a lot more somewhat well-rounded and more easier to just sort of handle. Like Risa, she's very blunt, she's very up to the point, and I really respect that about her character. Like, she doesn't really go beyond to the more stereotypical feminine look to try to impress people. She just does it either A, to just doll herself up sometimes and actually give into a little bit more of her femininity, but also most of the time she is really more tomboyish more than anything. And with Otami, I give him prompts. I appreciate him just being absolutely stupid about a lot of things, especially when Risa like confesses to him for the first time and he's like, oh, you're so nice, I like you too. It's just like, I appreciate the honesty of how stupid he can be. And when I talk about like Lovely Complex, this is a series that I had to watch like beyond like past like say 3 episodes, because I'm not gonna get the whole entire synopsis of their relationship or their personalities together if I just did it down to just 3 episodes. This was not gonna cut it, so I'm like at the halfway point of it. I just wanted to talk about before I finish up the series. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do like a full review about Lovely Complex. Like I said before, my feelings about this anime are not that complex. I'm kind of in the middle about it, but like I said, I don't hate it as much as something like Peach Girl, but I don't entirely, I don't know, it's really strange. I mean, I'm watching it. There's something that is definitely in it, and there are a lot of positives to it. For example, there's a lot of stunning animation in it at some certain points, and I really like the opening and the endings for the both versions of it, the first and the second one. I really like the first ending because the walk cycles are really fluid. I'm like, what the heck, I really like that. And I don't know, like, there's just like some weird shining like animation moments where like, there's like this one specific scene where it was just like her and Otomi, and it was just like, she's like, I kiss you, and it's like, it looks really nice. I'm like, where did this come from? Where did this sudden budget animation come from? And then of course you have some scenes where it just kind of looks a little bit more lower quality, but it kind of usually happens for that. But also, I gotta say, I think I also really like the side characters a lot in this series, except for freaking, oh my god, what is his name? It's the kind of, he's like the guy with the short hair. I don't even bother to remember his name because he's just so annoying. I'll put a picture of him on the screen. I don't like his character. His character's just so annoying. He's like, oh, why don't you date me? I'm like, man, you're dating 7 people. I think you had enough. Focus on the 7 people that you're probably not being that honest to, I'm just saying. But we can't forget our queen, Seko. Seko? Yes, Seko. Throughout the series, she is called Seko, and I'm gonna be calling her she, her, because she says herself that she wishes, like, she is a female in a boy's body. And to the anime's credit, a lot of people are kind of respectful when it comes to Seko being Seko. Like, she even denounces, like, her, like, birth name and goes by Seko. And I'm just like, I can't say as like a cis person if this is like at all like good representation. To me, it's kind of a mixed bag. I'm like, on the one hand, the characters do call her by like, you know, Seko, and I don't think they really mention like her gender at all. They just really just call her Seko. I guess it's just to really like dance around the fact. I don't know. But like when like it was revealed that she like had boy parts, I don't know. It was really strange. I'm like, is this offensive? I don't know if it is. If anyone would like to put their whole thoughts about that in the comment section below, definitely tell me, because I'm like, I'm on the edge. It's like mixed for me, you know? I love her character otherwise. She's just this very like hyped character, and she just wants to see like her friend Risa like just achieve just being happy. I'm like, I love Queen. And also like the 2 other couples in the series are also really cute too, like Risa's like best friend, she's like adorable, and she tries to help her out and just be like, what are you doing? You're being stupid. I'm like, it's not my fault. Otomi's a stupid one. She's like, you're right. He is. And like the boyfriend of her best friend, I like his chill vibe. It's like, he's like my favorite character. No, he's not. My favorite character is the teacher. Like you see this dude and you're like, oh god, it's gonna be like, he's gonna like try to steal her away from Otomi. But he's like, I have a fiance. It's like, he actually generally like helps like Risa like understand like her feelings and emotions, and just tries to like egg on Otomi's like, what if? And then Otomi's like, no, you're not, no, don't do that. She's not mine, but she's not yours. Stupid. It's just like, I kind of like that. I think that's why the teacher's probably my favorite. The other 2 couple, like the 2 that the 2 main characters like fall for, and then those 2 get together, which I thought that was hilarious. They're fine. I mean, they're just like the sort of like chill, just kind of like wholesome couple. They really don't have that much going on for them. Though, like the recent episode that I watched, I think it was like episode 20 or 19. I can't remember. I'll put it on screen. Their whole it was like a weird episode. It's like they had like a conflict of like, oh, I failed the college exam, so I'm not able to go to the same college as you. You'll be fighting another dude. And she's like, don't say that. I only want to be with you. And then the other characters are like, bruh, what are you doing? He's like, oh yeah, you're right. And it was like really resolved. Like some of the pacing in this anime, I'm like, that was weirdly quick. Like this, why? I had no reason for that to even happen. It just came out of nowhere. It was like conflict, and then it was like immediately solved. I'm like, wait, what? Why was it like that? And also you have your sort of like generic types of situations in these sorts of like early shoujos. Like there's the misunderstanding, then there's like the rival person who tries to steal away the dude or the chick. To be fair, in this, it happens in like 1 episode, and then it's like never touched upon again, which I'm like, at least I give it credit for that. Like it has its super cliches. I remember watching the one where like this like black haired dude like tries to like get the smooch on with like Risa, and it's just like, I was like, I'm skipping it because I know where this is going. It's gonna be a misunderstanding, and then Otomi's like, we're broken up, and then it's just like, no, we actually need each other. I'm like, You know how many shoujo mangas that I read back in the day and shoujo animes I watched back in the day? I know how this goes. There's always a misunderstanding. I'm like, this is so unnecessary. And I skip it. I'm like, blah, blah. Let's get to resolution and say you love each other. Cool. Awesome. Freaking great. And I also kind of appreciate, like, Otome's kind of, like, sort of, like, semi-Tsundere. He's like, I don't like you. I didn't say that I wanted to always be with you or anything. Dummy. Stupid. I don't know. There's, like, strangely, like, a likeness to like all the characters except for that one character I mentioned because he's just plain up straight up annoying. Like I don't mind like characters meant to be annoying. This one's just straight up really annoying. I don't know. Like I don't think anything will like mess with me like all the characters in Peach Girl. Like I said, the day that I talk about that, the world would be in a better place as opposed to what the world is like right now. But I was trying to make it a better place, just trying to talk about how terrible Peach Girl is, but that's for another day. So I guess by the end of the day, I actually kind of do like Lovely Complex. I definitely wouldn't put in like the top tier of like shoujo anime that I've ever watched. Like there's a lot of things I like about it, and then there's stuff I'm just like, ugh. I get it. I've seen it like a million times before. Like I've seen shoujo. I'm just like, whatever. It's like it's gonna be cringe. I'm gonna fast forward through that. It's unpredictable, like, it's inevitable, like, especially for, like, early shoujo stuff, like, you're gonna find that kind of stuff. I have to look at it being like, this is just early shoujo, stuff like that's gonna happen. I can't be too harsh on it. I feel like it was just, like, if it was, like, a modern, like, shoujo, I'd be like, okay, you should have learned. You should have learned from past actions that you shouldn't be like this. But, yeah, I say that I kind of, what am I kidding? I do like it, but, like I said, it's not anything, like, high tier, like, say, like, My Love Story, or previously also mentioned Kimi Mi Toke. Like, there's definitely a lot of better stuff that I've watched previously. But like I said, it's not as awful as Peach Girl or Say I Love You. I'll talk about that anime too in the future. Trust me. I also have grievances when it comes to anime, but nothing relevant to talk Peach Girl. Why was Peach Girl so freaking bad? What do you lovelies think about Lovely Complex? If you've seen it before, do you have complex feelings about it, or are you on the same boat as me? You just find it, fine show. It's a fine, good show. Probably give it like a 6 out of 10 or something. Like it's fine. Nothing spectacular. Like I said, there's stellar points when it comes to the animation. Music is not really stellar. It's just kind of like the generic, just like like when something dramatic happens, you just have like it's like, okay. You know, can we strangely get like good soundtrack when it comes to like BL anime to like shoujo? Do you ever notice that? Like even the most low tier types of BL anime, they have the greatest types of soundtracks. I've talked crap about Julia Romantica in the past, but that anime has a gosh darn great soundtrack, and I don't know why. Same for Sekaiichi Hatsukoi. It's like, how are you guys so mediocre, but your soundtrack is bomb? That will be it for today's episode of Anime Talk. As always, suggest what sort of animes I should talk about in the next episode. I don't know which one I'll be talking about next episode, but I guess that's for me to find out, and also you to find out for, not next week, but the next week after. This is a series that happens in like a 2-week span, like, you know how it be. I always post in the pinned comments down below, but yes, suggest me anything, whether you consider it good or bad, and you're old. This is a chance for me to find series that I missed out on and that I should check out. And also, someone suggested that I should check out, what is it called? It's League of Legends show. I probably won't, but however, I will just say quickly that I think that show looks absolutely gorgeous, and I've seen a lot of fantastic gifs of it, a lot of great storyboarding and all that great stuff about it. It's a gorgeous show. I just don't care about League of Legends whatsoever. That's the thing that's just holding me back from watching it. Like, I know that I probably won't have any knowledge of League of Legends to enjoy the show, but I'm just like, I also really don't care. I appreciate it, the animation for it and the style of it, and I do appreciate the suggestion. However, like I said before, I'm just not really inclined to watch something that I don't have prior connection to, like, say, like League of Legends. I definitely say I probably, well, I don't know, I've heard people enjoy it and they say they've never played League of Legends before, but I'm just good from just appreciating the animation from afar. But, yeah, so I'm gonna go to bed. It's like midnight, and yeah, I'm gonna be chilling and drinking my sparkling water that I left in the bed. Anyways, I will see you lovelies. The next video that I'm coming out with, whether it be Let's Plays, art, vlog, covers, you name it, it's whatever on this channel, honestly. Good night, everybody. Peace.
I didn't want to be found.